Happy Saturday morning. We got our tree decorated and we love it. We call it our Charlie Brown tree. And because it's not perfect. And we have holes with the lights, but we don't care because it made us really happy. We had such a good time decorating it. I've been thinking a lot about something the past couple days, and I want to share it with you, and something I'm going to talk a lot about this month that I try to talk a lot about all the time, but I'm going to put a special focus on it, and that is you learning how to speak kindly to yourself. I have a big problem with that. I have loads, buckets, truckloads of grace for other people. I do not often have a lot of grace for myself. Let's jog it out. So you're going to see a lot of themes. I'm going to be encouraging you. I'm going to be trying to teach you how to speak positively yourself when you're in these workouts, because I think when you try to do it and you learn to do it in one setting, it can extend into other areas of your life. So anyway, today we're going to do my abs session. That is why I have my slippers on. I don't put my sneakers on for ab day. Oh, and they're so cozy. I literally got these things in CVS, and they are my favorite. And they come with a free scarf, which I never wear. Lace your fingers. I just want to stretch out for a second before we get into working our abs. If you have any injuries, surgeries, anything like that, check with your doctor. If you have lower back pain, you will need to modify. You should also check with your doctor, because if you have lower back pain, there could be other things going on. So just be careful, be safe, and listen to your body. The first one we are going to do is an oblique crunch with a leg lift. So I want you to stretch out. You're going to lay on your hand. Your other hand is behind your head. You're going to straighten your leg. You're going to squeeze, straighten, and lift. So you are going to feel that from yesterday. We do not pull on our head at all. We're squeezing our obliques. You can actually put your hand there to feel that crunch. That is the goal. The obliques are really tough. They're a really tough spot, especially if you've had children. They were my toughest thing to get rid of. But if you work them, they'll respond for sure. Squeeze. Oh my gosh. I have been very sore this whole week. I've been very tired this whole week. I'm not used to that. And the workouts have helped me so much. If not, I would have had no motivation this week. I probably would have just sat on the couch all day or just felt super sluggish. And I don't want to feel that way. I have too much to do, too much that's important to me, too much that I'm trying to create for myself and my girls. So you've shown up. That is one of the instances that I want to talk about. Give yourself some props for showing up. You know how many people do not even show up for their life? They are alive, but they're not living. And we want to live life to the fullest. And one way you do that is by feeling good, feeling energetic, feeling optimistic, even in a bad day. And part of feeling optimistic, the habit that I've gotten into is almost every day of the week, I have my quiet time. And in that quiet time, I thank God for all the blessings in my life, big and small. Sometimes you look at my journal, all it is things I'm thankful for. From my cup of coffee, to my kids, to my health, to my boyfriend, to my home. So big and little, there's always something to be grateful for. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a plank dumbbell switch. So you want to get a weight not too heavy, but we are going to go into a plank. Planks are great total body exercise, especially this entire area, okay? So you're going to have your hands directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to want to spread your feet wide, and this weight is going side to side, and you're going to move it side to side while holding the plank. Keeping those core muscles crazy tight. Your abs have got to be so engaged, and you're moving that weight about 1 foot. Squeeze those abs. You can close your eyes, picture those abs insanely engaged. Again, you're going to have your feet wide to provide stability. And you've got to breathe. Do not stick your butt up in the air. Do not let your hips sink. You are a straight line from your head to your feet. Come on, we've got 10 more seconds. Take breaks when you need to. There is no shame. Planks are a really good exercise to mark your progress with, because when you start doing them, you might not be able to hold it for longer than 10 seconds before you take a break. And then 10 seconds later, you need another break. That is cool. You know what? Because a week from now, when you're going 20 seconds without taking a break, you're going to be like, oh, look at that. I am progressing. And that is how we measure them. Okay, the next one that we're going to do, I was lazy and I didn't move my coffee table. So it doesn't give me quite as much room, but that's okay. We're going to deliver meals this morning, so we are all really excited. We haven't done it in a while because they closed our location down, and we've been trying to find another one, so we found one. Okay, next we are going to do up and out. Very, very simple exercise. Your hands go under your butt. You're going to squeeze to raise, squeeze to lower. Very important. Squeeze to open, squeeze to close. Make those abs work. I want them on fire. I want them burning. What you don't want is to hold your breath and pass out. That is not part of this Go Fit. Okay, squeeze to raise, squeeze to lower them slowly. Squeeze to open, squeeze to close. Remember your breathing. And remember that every exercise we do, you have to have control over your body. I never want you in a jerking motion. I never want you using momentum. Like, I don't want you rocking and throwing your legs up. I want you squeezing to raise. I want you squeezing to lower, squeezing to open, squeezing to close. So much about working your abs. Obviously, we all want definition. We all want to like the way our midsection looks, but it's so much bigger than that. Having strong abs is really important for stability, just for overall body strength, for the motions that you make in everyday life. Your abs support your back. I used to tweak my back all the time. You've heard me say it all the time. And it never happens anymore. And why doesn't it happen? Because I have strengthened those muscles. And now I never hurt my back. Knock on whatever I have. Never hurt my back anymore, when it used to happen like 4 or 5 times a year. So we're going to take this weight. You're going to keep your feet and your knees together. You are going to turn, place that weight behind you. You're going to turn around, grab it, then you're going to go back in the other direction. What is this meant to mimic? You know, when you're driving in a car and your kids are in the back seat and they're screaming or they're fighting or they need their juice box or whatever, and you're doing that motion of turning around, reaching back, grabbing from them. Oh my gosh. That used to be one of my major problems. So that's what this exercise is for. All of the reaching and twisting you do. Even reaching up in the cabinet for something, and then you turn around to hand it to someone. That was another thing. When you have your kid on your hip and you're reaching over to get something. Another way I used to hurt myself all the time. So let's strengthen and define at the same time. I love the way this feels. You are leaning back slightly, but not very much. I'm using a 5-pound weight. You can certainly go heavier than that if you want to, but this is not about heavy. This is about getting that motion in your trunk, less than 10 seconds. I know this burns, and I know that it's probably working some muscles you might not have worked in a while, and that is why we're doing it. Good job. Next, you can just move that off to the side. Oh, my pine cone. I love these things, these cinnamon pine cones. They're my dream. Okay, next, we are going to lean back like this. I want you to reach across and touch the outside of your foot. Okay, it requires a lot of squeezing. Again, the rotating. If you can't touch the outside of your foot, it's okay. Just get as close as you can. But you're leaning back on your opposite hand, okay? So this is your starting position. And you really squeeze to get up, and then you also are having to keep your balance. So this is a double whammy. You got this. Come on. I don't care if you take breaks. If you're sitting here and your abs are on fire and you are cursing my name, I'm cool with that. If you, because I feel like you're going to forgive me. So if you're sitting here and you're like, oh, this burns so badly, and you go for like 3 seconds, then you're like, I'm dying. I'm good with that. I mean, I'm not good. I don't want you to die, but you're not going to die. Your abs are on fire. That's good. You take as many breaks as you need, but you do not quit. You are not allowed to quit on yourself. One of my Visco fitters sent me a shirt that said, we don't quit at Visco Fit, and we don't quit. We don't quit. We finish the minute, even if we're screaming, our abs are on fire, or whatever muscle we're working is on fire. That is okay. We drop the weights. We take 10 breaks in a minute. I don't care. What I want you to do is persevere and finish the minute no matter what. Because what that's going to do for you here is just as powerful as what the actual exercise is going to do for you physically. So you stay. Let's move this. You stay tight. You squeeze. You work. And you just keep going. You do not quit. Where did my 1-pound weights go? All right. They have left the building, but I'm not sure where they went. All right. We're going to stand up. Our arms are in a 90-degree angle. You're going to squeeze and squeeze. So again, what is that area that we're working? Our obliques. They're terrible. They're so difficult. They're such a problem area. And yes, the eating will help. If you eat better, drink more water, eat more leafy greens, more lean proteins, and stop eating crap, it will help. But you've got to work them out. Okay, let's do it. Squeeze. Again, we're slow and controlled. We're not rushing. I don't want you doing this. That is not the exercise. We are slow and controlled. We are squeezing our obliques. They should be burning. If they're not, you're not squeezing hard enough, or you need to bump up a little bit on the weight. Keep going. Someone said hello. Eileen, wait, is Eileen, okay. First live workout. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's Ellen. Sorry. It's so hard to see on this screen because it's kind of cracked my iPad. So sometimes it's hard for me to read people's names. Ellen, your first live workout. If I had, fireworks and whatever, I'd shoot them off, but I don't. So we'll just keep doing this. But I'm so happy you're here. Share me with your friends because that is what I want to do is just, listen, I love these 20-somethings that work out. I used to be one, a 20-something. I didn't work out very much, but I can't relate to a 25 or 26-year-old fitness instructor who has not had kids and just hasn't been through what I've been through. Like, for me, I need somebody who is at a similar station in life and is fighting aging, is fighting all of the things that come along with aging. And you know what? I don't want to get sad about it. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I've got an awesome life. So yeah, I'm getting old. What are you going to do? I'm not going to let that define me for sure. Okay, we're back at it. With this one, you need some room. You may need to tuck your feet under something. If you do, go ahead and do it and don't feel bad about it. You will get there. You're going to lay back. You're going to put that weight above your head. You're going to squeeze to come up. Touch, touch, touch. Come back to the center and go down. So I want you to get that twisting motion. Okay, slowly lower down. Raise that weight above your head. Squeeze your abs to get up and over. Touch, touch. Oh, it's a lot more challenging than you would think it would be. Really getting that twisting right there. We want the rotation in the trunk, okay? Goes back to what I said. With just the everyday motions that you make. Touch, touch. I'm hitting the balls of my Christmas tree. And if I'm not careful, I'm gonna knock one down. So see, you don't need a lot of room. I don't have a lot of space in here, especially with the tree. I make it work. I mean, again, I have more space if I move my coffee table. One more, but I didn't feel like it. And done. Guys, this is so good. This is so good that we're taking our time for ourselves. And for me, I always encourage people, they're like, what is your number one piece of advice for how to stay consistent? And I say, do it first thing in the morning. Get up before everybody else is up. That is the only way you're going to have the peace, quiet, time that you need where everybody's not clawing at you. Sometimes I do it when all my kids are up. Sometimes my boyfriend and I do it when all 5 kids are up. That's fine. It's chaos, but we get it done. But do it in the morning. First thing, because there's too much that happens throughout the day. At the end of the day, you don't feel like it. Things get in the way. You end up having to make dinner late, whatever it is. It's a lot harder to stay consistent. Okay, for this one, we are going to do a straight up crunch. Most people do them wrong. Squeeze to raise up, squeeze to lower. I am not pulling on my head at all. Okay, squeeze 2, 3, and lower down. Squeeze those abs as hard as you can. Look at you, getting your crunches in on a Saturday morning. For showing up for yourself, because when you show up for you, you show up so much better for everybody else, trust me. And yes, the physical benefits are awesome, but oh my gosh, the mental, emotional, spiritual benefits are stunning, stunning. I couldn't even really begin to tell you what I've been through the past 3 years because it's so unbelievable. I actually just wrote in my journal yesterday, like a screenwriter couldn't make it up. Like awful, bring me to my knees kind of moments. But through taking care of myself this way, I was able to get up, feel a little bit stronger, a little bit powerful, and determined to not get beaten by what was happening in my life at that time. So I still struggle. We all do. It's not about not struggling. It's about having the strength to just make it through, even in the darkest days of your life. So this is a move that everyone hates. Join the club. You're going to be joining the club if you haven't done them before. They're called starfish. You're going to have this one hand directly underneath your shoulder. If you are modifying, this leg is bent, this leg is up, and you squeeze, you've got to keep those abs crazy tight. Full starfish is this. They're a butt kicker. That's just all there is to it. We're doing 45 seconds on each side. You can start in a full, move to modified if you need to. Whatever you got to do. Most important thing is your hand directly underneath your shoulder? Look down. If it's not, readjust. Did I just knock a stocking down? And you squeeze those abs as hard as you can. And you've got to breathe. When you need a break, you take it. When you need another break, you take that. If you need a third break, you take it. It's not about the number of breaks. If you lose your balance, that's okay too. Woo! They're challenging. Oh, I did knock my stocking down. We do them anyway. 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, I know the timer went off, but I've been blabbering a lot this morning. So we're gonna go a little bit long. We're gonna finish up our starfish, and then we're done. Your hand is directly underneath your shoulder. You might have one side where you have better balance. That's cool. Just means you're a normal human being. Squeeze your abs. Take a break when you need to. No shame, but only 3 to 4 seconds, and then you get back up. If you need another break, you take it, but I don't want you taking like a 20-second break. You keep jumping back in and taking the break when you need to. Okay, let's go. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. Woo! We did it. I want you to lay back, stretch your hands and feet as far away from each other as they'll go. Ah, so good. Pull your knee into your chest, but then I want you to fold it over and turn your body in the opposite direction just to get a little bit of rotation in your trunk. I am so glad we did this. I wanted to sleep in this morning, but my younger daughter and I have to leave the house really early tomorrow morning, so I wasn't going to be able to. So I'm glad I got on. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry for the starfish. You know, it happens. If you have any questions, concerns, you need a little motivation. We are all fighting to stay in line during the holiday season. We're all drinking more, doing more, not paying as much attention. So get up in the morning. Even if you can only put in 15, 20 minutes, put in 15, 20 minutes. Do what you got to do. It'll mentally help you, physically help you. And I will not be on Monday or Sunday. I might not be on Monday either. I probably will, though. We'll see. I'll update tomorrow night, okay? Bye.